if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by the second rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 at a Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. In time, well, time is not on his side.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
You really do love these moments as a quarterback, bouncing on that field, energized by what your defense just did, giving you a gift with the turnover and some really optimal field position. Wouldn't it be rude, Kate, of them not to accept that gift and put an early lead up to really crush their opponent's spirit?
Herbert throwing right away. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Herbert now off the play fake. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here comes Williams on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Carr here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. Yeah. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. 1st down, and they go right back to him. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They go play action with Carr. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Carr now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get it down to a single point. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
On 3rd down, Herbert. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! They pick up 20 yards there, and the Chargers will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They just get the play off. He's going to push one deep down. He's got it deep downfield. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Chargers ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they are thinking points. Dobbins has the LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Dicker on now for the PAT. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. He's got Shaheed. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing again, it's Carr. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Carr. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
They give on second to Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 16. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints in need of some points before the break. They'll come up 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Carr with it on first. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. From the shotgun, Carr. He's got it. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Groupie to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints tie things up at 14. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Back to the air, Herbert. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing on first is Herbert. Short pass brought in. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Johnston brings it in. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now Herbert again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Finds McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Herbert throwing again. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Browns kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. We were treated to a fine first half from running back J.K. Dobbins. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. He puts some juice on it. Big gain downfield. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. completed here to Johnston. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Herbert on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it, right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Herbert now, blitz coming. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Mims. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing his car. Gets this to Johnson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
From the 35 on 2nd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He's going deep this time. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. First down from the red zone. He's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Carr. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, New Orleans. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert with a blitz coming. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now Herbert to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Has it at the 7. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They motion the tight end over. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Carr. Completes this one to Hill. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense up to the line fast. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 2. Hits him on the in route. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Working quickly here. Carr now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Carr here from the gun. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints gotta score in a hurry. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. On target to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. From the shotgun, Carr. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
This would put it back within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. And no problem for the Chargers. They cover it up. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The Chargers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the right side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. setting up to pass. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.